Hi, it's Meera Allen with your Manifesting Destiny Moon Update. And it's Libra season. So happy birthday to the Libras. I myself are a Libra, and so I really feel it. Let's start with the practical things. The time for the new moon in Libra is the 25th of September in London at 10:54 p.m. In Sydney, Brisbane, Australia, it'll be 26th of September at 7:54 a.m. Los Angeles, 25th of September at 2:54 p.m. and New York, 25th of September at 5:54 p.m. Hopefully that gives you an idea of where this new moon in Libra is happening for your time in the world. So Libra, the equinox, the balance, Venus, ruler of Libra as well as ruler of Taurus, the things in our life that bring us harmony and balance. But first, we've got to look at the things that give us imbalance. What are those things at the moment in your life where you go, wow, I really need balance here? You know, is it your work-life balance? I've been having lots of conversations about the polarity between the masculine and the feminine, not as in just male and female, but even the masculine and feminine polarity within us right now in the world. You know, it's funny, it's more common these days for guys to know about eyeliner and mascara than most girls. And, you know, the classic feminine is now being looked at as something else, and the classic masculine is being looked at as something else. So where is this yin and yang and this sun and moon and this polarity and this ha and ta or hatha in hatha yoga? Where is this leading us right now in the world? Where do we find even our own masculine and feminine balance within? Because everything that's out in the world is an exact direct reflection of what's happening within us. And to keep those balance inside right now, it takes real conscious effort. You know, myself even, to have a day off, I grapple with this. Am I feeling guilty to have a day off? Am I allowed to have permission to have a day off? Can I drop into my yin, into my femininity? Um, and this video really today even just taught me that. Like before this video, I had a little nana nap, and it's mid-morning and I'm going to go for a swim, and I realized that's what I need to give me balance. I'm also wearing these beautiful earrings, so thank you, Z. And just really what brings you harmony. It could be the little things. It could be a cup of coconut water, or a pot of chai, or going out in nature, or spending time with somebody that really does bring you harmony, true harmony within. So this is something that this new moon is bringing up. And with all new moons, it's a really great time to manifest. So I want you guys, as much as you can, think about the things that have brought you disharmony, and then imagine if those things were healed, if you actually had balance in that area of your life, if you had balance with your work-life management, if you had balance in your heart and your relationships, if you had balance with what you would do with your physical body and what you eat and how you give and receive that nourishment and that energy out. How do you get your own equilibrium? And what does it look like if the most imbalanced part of your life is actually taken care of and fulfilled? Put that in your meditation practice before this new moon as you fall asleep tonight. If you can, allow yourself to dream and imagine that facet of your life in how you always envisage it to look like. It is also quite a romantic time, this whole new moon in Libra, and there's a balance from the equinox as well, exactly 50% night and day on the earth, and the northern hemisphere is going to start cooling, and the southern hemisphere we're going to start warming. So look at where you're going into your own season. When southern hemisphere, we're moving out of our shadow, out of our dark time, out of our winter. We've had the chance to look at our shadow self. If you don't know what the shadow self is, it's going into those parts of us that we often cannot see. It's the shadow. And it's often the part of us that is it subconsciously works. It could be self-sabotage, it could be imposter syndrome, it could be whatever way your shadow manifests. And we have the chance in the southern hemisphere moving out of that shadow and bringing it into light. For the northern hemisphere, you guys are moving in towards the shadow where you start to go a little bit questioning on the inside and go into that inward space. All this is to bring about balance in ourselves, in our day to day life. And when we have that balance within, it radiates to our lives around us. I know for me personally, going to the ocean and having that swim brings me massive amounts of balance in my mind, balance in my femininity. So although I seem quite feminine, I'm such a doer. I'm such a worker. I work 6.5 days a week, and I don't know when to stop because I'm running my own businesses. So that yang part of me is really, really strong. I'm used to leading people, guiding people, and managing people. And when it comes to just having that downtime to stop and rest and relax and go into my yin, into my feminine, I find that sometimes really confronting. And I get feelings of guilt, or I shouldn't be doing this right now. I could be doing all these other things. Whereas now, this new moon in Libra, it gives us an opportunity to manifest from that space of relating in an equal, balanced way with that equilibrium. So, where in yourself, where you've related to your own relationship within yourself, where you've been maybe too strong or too gentle, or where have you gone, oh, I really need to have, and this part of my life has shown up for me, or this person's reflecting that for me, a little bit of balance in my life. For me, it's definitely reflected in the ocean. The minute I get in the ocean, I lay down on the sand and lay in the sun. I get this real balance and grounding feeling through my whole body. I get that when I dance as well. So, what is it for you that brings you that balance in your life? And see if this new moon in Libra, you can go towards that. The other thing is, I have a little fascination with Jupiter. And Jupiter is in the opposing sign at the moment in Aries. Jupiter is the biggest, most massive planet that once a million years ago, Earth and all the other planets were formed from it, from some asteroid or something hitting Jupiter, and it shattered, and da da da. And apparently, we all get dragged around by Jupiter around as we lap around the sun. Without Jupiter, we kind of don't have that pull. So think of the Jupiter side of you right now, which is currently in Aries, the opposing sign of Libra. So, what is the opposing part of you that needs to go into Jupiter, that needs to be expanded right out there? And let your imagination go big. If you're a journal writer, write your manifestations in a dream-like manifesting space of fun and joy and playfulness. And go, oh, imagine if I was out on the water, blah, 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 doing this. Or imagine if, and go really expansive. And, Aries is a fire sign, it's a leadership sign. So think of where you can expand yourself, your consciousness, your joy, your imagination in a way that gives you a real anchor this new moon to enjoy bringing that balance back in to your life. So I hope that helped you, whether it's in your relationships, whether it's in your work life, whether it's in your health life, or whether it's in your well-being, like wherever it is sitting for you in your life. Have a look at that part of you and let yourself imagine it being all balanced right out. You deserve it. Namaste.